Welcome to another episode of False Bay TV. While the False Bay boys took a well-deserved break from rugby this weekend, many of the boys were hard on the graft with their misses for the weekend. Instagram, you biscuit. Anyway, without further ado, let's head it straight to VSZ with Tank Landing. Extend your plan with Motorplan Direct. Keep moving. On this week's episode of VSZ, we have a Cape Town rugby legend, Tank Landing. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
Thanks a lot. So obviously coaching now at UCT. Just tell us a little bit about your season so far.
Yeah, so Varsity Cup, we just didn't make it to the semis, and I think based on what happened last year and the year before, perhaps people weren't expecting very much.
Sure.
So personally, I was a little bit disappointed. Would like to have made the semis, but I think all in all, people are fairly happy with what went down. I was pretty chuffed with how we went scrum wise. We had a couple of good, tight hits, a couple of pushover tries. So I was happy with that. But I mean, geez, it would have been lucky to have made the semis, but we just didn't. And then prior to the sort of the league getting going, we 3 from 3. So the varsities were allowed to play during the drought.
Sure.
So we've played Marties, Vix, and UWC, and we 3 from 3. So next weekend is a corker.
No, for sure. And then look, some would say that the Varsity Cup's for kids and the Gold Cup's for men. So tell us your thoughts on that.
They're probably not far off, I must say. But I've long been a protagonist of the two playing each other. Okay. Certainly the two winners. And I know Dwayne Heath fairly well, who got the whole Gold Cup thing going, and he says, it would be like pros playing against amateurs. So I say, which one? And he reckons the Varsity Cup Oaks are pros and the Gold Cup Oaks aren't. I'm not so sure about that.
And just memories you have, obviously playing a lengthy career. Ones that stick out?
Yeah, so I mean, I wish it had been longer. I mean, it was cut short when I was 24. I did my neck in properly. But yeah, such cool memories of playing for Varsity. Solly was my open coach, Gus Enderstein, my under 20 coach. And we just had such a good time. Rugby was cool. But we had a thing called on a Wednesday, we'd call it Klein Saterdag, and we'd go hard at practice, but then it was always about having a few beers in the pub afterwards.
No, for sure.
And getting the Oaks in the pub and having a beer. And I think it's probably just about mates in terms of club rugby, and it was great.
And then just your sort of overview on the Newlands Cape Town Stadium.
Yeah, it's messy. I think that the primary thing there is a lack of planning.
Sure.
It's palpably obvious that when Seb Blatter was here and he said, listen, the stadium has to be here, we should have said, okay, well, we'll say yes only after we've made a plan. And so, you chat to whatever, the football club and Province Rugby, but that didn't happen. And now it's just a complete dog show. So, I think Newlands has had better times, and I don't think it's recoverable. So now it's palpably obvious that we should move to the new stadium. There's some issues, but we can get around that. But that again, it's a whole chunk of history that we're just saying cheers to. Doesn't sound like we've got a nice plan in place to say goodbye to the grand old dame. It's not all beer and skittles at the new stadium in terms of stadium seat height, and the big thing for me is traffic. You only got 2 roads to get into the stadium,
sure.
so it's going to be tough. So I think the move should happen, but I just the planning is just diabolical. False
Bay UCT, couple days time. Prediction for the game?
Prediction? Well, Aki's by about 25, I'd say.
And then got a question thrown in the mix. If you had to marry a rugby player, who would it be?
Carl Heyman.
Care to elaborate on that?
Greatest tight head probably that ever lived. We'd have kids for days. It'd be like brick shit houses. But it wouldn't be pretty.
Well, anyway, shot Tank, appreciate it. Good luck for Saturday coming, and we'll see you there.
Thanks very much.
Cheers,
Yeah, ciao.
Cheers. It's now time for this week's False Bay Story Time.
Definitely one memory that stands out. I think it was a 2007, 2008 Poiki Day. And Poiki Day is the guys know you start 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and you go, some make it the whole day, some don't make it the whole day. And that Poiki Day, I think I made it till like 10, 11 o'clock. And I thought, good idea, let's go to my car, lock the doors, sleep in the car, and sleep it off. Wake up, feel better, join the guys again. Anyways, get into the car, lock the door, and the guys weren't having it. They basically carried my car and moved it in the parking lot while I was sleeping in there. And that was that was a day to remember.
And now for this week's Here's Clip of the Week. It's proudly brought to you by that magical online furniture store, Murray & Wells. And this week's Here's Clip of the Week is from last year's Gold Cup, filmed by Matthew Withers. That's all for this week's episode of False Bay TV. No rugby this weekend, but save your energy because False Bay take on UCT at UCT on the 28th of July. This weekend on Friday night, Bootleggers performing at the Bay, food and drink specials all the way. We'll see you there. Cheers for now.